So it's morning time here in the back of the Lexus, and I kind of like to periodically do a little check just to see exactly how stealthy I'm being. As you can see, there are a few little holes and places where light gets in. Overall, most of my see-through surfaces are covered, but I like to kind of see what it looks like on the outside looking in. So we're gonna take a look and see exactly how stealthy it is. So we're out here in the Anytime Fitness parking lot. Normally I like to park kind of among the cars to add to the stealth factor, but for the sake of the video, I kind of took a space away from everyone so we can really analyze what's going on. My first initial thought was that maybe the sunshade would kind of give me away, but here in beautiful sunny South Carolina, it's honestly more common, so that kind of takes care of the front windshield. As you can see here, there are a few spots where you can peer in, but it really doesn't give you much to see. I can't see it with the naked eye, and the camera can't see it as well. Let's take a look at the side windows here. Pretty solid, pretty solid. As you can see, boom. The black side is facing out, so you really can't see in. Here on the reverse, on the back windows here, it's pretty good because we have the almost triple layer here of the outside mesh, inside mesh, and then the blocker on the inside. Really nothing to see here. Now, these little mini windows I kind of had to make out of paper just through trial and error, kind of cutting, fitting shapes, and eventually I found shapes that will stick, so there's not really much here. Now, there was a little bit where the light was getting in the video on the inside, but doesn't really look like you can see in, and you can't see in with the naked eye as well. Now, the rear windshield I was a little nervous about. It kind of slips sometimes, but let's take a look. Doesn't look like you can really see much besides the black duct tape that I put on the outside layer. I have like a guitar and a violin kind of pushed up against it, as well as a few other objects sometimes when it does start to slip, but other than that, it doesn't give me trouble. Again, we have another mini window, which is outfitted with the paper technology. Nothing here. Luckily, there's this little 100% tint that kind of circles around that helps. And again, we have, this is probably the best layer. Sometimes I don't even put the inside sun blocker on because the mesh kind of tints it enough. Now, here's an issue. Sometimes as you can see, the layer comes away from the window, and that kind of gives you a little bit of a view inside. It doesn't really cause too many problems because obviously when you're inside the car, you can kind of push it up against the window, and then that takes care of that. And as I'm sleeping back here, you know, if anyone was to put a little microscope or an eye up to here, they would not see much. These little mini windows I did not think about here, but maybe I can cut a little paper if I'm really worried, but luckily the sunshade kind of moves over and covers that, at least on this side. The other one's sticking out a bit. Other than that, it's pretty solid. During the daytime, you know, you pretty much can stay in this all day if you wanted, but I don't call it living in the car, I call it living out of the car, as that's really what it's about. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this stealth check, and we'll be doing one at night as well to really give you a 24-hour kind of look at the security and safety that this type of life can provide. Hope you enjoyed, and see ya.